This is Queen of Life Tarot here, and today I have a very personal story that happened to me that I would like to share. I will call this story The Psychic Who Needed a Reading. You ever have one of those moments where your gut just knows something's off, but your heart really wants to believe in the magic? That was me, standing on the edge of possibility, open-minded and genuinely excited when I reached out to someone who promised to help unlock my spiritual gifts. Let's call her the Mystic Mentor. First impression, pure light. She was all good vibes, affirmations, and talk of healing. I appreciated her warmth. I really did. But then came the reading, and let's just say it left me with more questions than clarity. I didn't reach out for a generic horoscope. I came for insight, deep spiritual vision, the kind of knowing only the real deal intuitives can deliver. What I got felt more like a one-size-fits-all pep talk. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't what was promised. That was the first red flag, but not the last. Our conversations continued. I began to notice little things, odd things, like her telling someone not to discuss money around me. That's when my uh-oh sensor went off. Why the secrecy? Then there was this pattern. She would offer help, but only if you were loyal, silent, and generous, with time, attention, and often money. It started to feel less like a spiritual journey and more like an invisible contract I never signed. Help shouldn't come with strings attached, but hers did. Tied with twine disguised as candles and sage. And let's talk about the candles and sprays and energy work that supposedly costs a fortune. She priced her tools like she was channeling ancient deities, but when I tried to understand more, I got scolded. "Don't question me," she said. Just like those places that discourage independent thought in the name of obedience. At one point, I even prepared a thoughtful package for her, full of herbs, inhalers, things from my heart and hands. And how did she respond? She dismissed me entirely. That hurt me a lot, especially when I started to suspect she was more interested in counting my coins than counting my blessings. It became clear that she was more comfortable leading than listening. When I brought up concerns or even just asked questions, she'd say I was rushing her or being impatient. All I did was check in, just like she asked me to. But the response was defensive, even condescending. Eventually, things started unraveling. There were contradictions in her stories. One minute, all her supplies came from rare overseas sources, and the next, she was bragging about deals at local shops. She spoke poorly of other healers and accused former clients of betrayal. I began to wonder, if she talks about them like this, what might she be saying about me? Then she slipped up and gossiped about me. That was my deal breaker. The spiritual trust I had tried to build shattered. For someone claiming to be a healer, she sure created a lot of harm. But I wasn't done learning yet. She wanted credit for any good that might come into my life, like she was the architect of every miracle. She suggested that I owe her for things that hadn't even happened yet. Future blessings now came with the price tags and emotional debts, and suddenly her offers to help with things like my car or even home weren't acts of generosity. They were investments she expected profit from. That's when I said enough. I started owning my own power and sovereignty. I decided that I no longer need to seek spiritual insight outside of me, and that all of the answers I seek are within me. My well-being no longer relied upon the limitations of tarot readers and psychics. The mask really fell when she started requesting rituals and spells from me, despite her claiming to be the expert. There's no shame in asking for help, but the ego she carried made it clear her image mattered more than her integrity. Through it all, one message kept echoing inside me: trust your gut. Even in her praise, I felt manipulation. She wanted me to dull my shine, said I didn't need makeup or glam. What she meant was, your confidence makes me uncomfortable, and that's not a me problem, that's a her problem. Eventually, I reached out to check on her, just being kind. No reply, just silence. And I realized something really important. I don't need to fake friendships or conditional spiritual connections. I need realness. I need energy that matches mine, not energy that drains it. The final twist? After all this, after all the hype, the claims, the glamour, she came to me asking for insight as her life was falling apart. The self-proclaimed psychic, the one who claimed she is the most powerful and could hear the thoughts of others, is now seeking a reading from me. By this time, I was doing protection spells for myself and my loved ones on a daily basis while returning to sender all negative energy sent towards me. Could it be that her negative energy towards me backfired on her? It's possible. Funny how life turns out, right? This journey started as a quest for clarity and led me somewhere better, back to myself. I didn't find a magical guru, but I found the power of discernment, the strength of my own voice, and the courage to walk away from spiritual manipulation wrapped in glitter. I now know that true magic isn't flashy words or expensive candles. It's in honesty, intuition, and the quiet confidence of knowing who you are and never letting anyone dim that light.